All right, so here we have log of x plus 4 plus log of x minus 4 equals log of 9. All right, so if we remember our properties with adding, we are going to change it to multiply. Okay, now can we multiply that together? Yeah, that's just going to be the difference of squares, so it's going to be x squared minus 16. Now, I would say it probably would be best to go ahead and do that. Otherwise, it looks like you have log of x squared, then minus 16, and that's not what we have. It's the log of x squared minus 16. And again, uh, different ways to think about this. Personally, I would say, well, let's take 10 to the log base 9 equals x squared minus 16. They're saying, well, let's take and raise everything to the power of 10. Either way, guess what? You get the same answer at the very end. You're just going to have x squared minus 16, and that's going to be equal to the 9. Now we subtract, well, we don't subtract, we add the 16 to this side, and we get our 25. So x, when we do this, we're going to get what? Well, remember, you take the square of that, you're going to get plus or minus the square root of that, so you get plus or minus 5. Now, key thing here, check, 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 make sure both answers work. So plugging in the plus 5, we get 9 and then a 1. And so log 9 plus log 1 equals 9. And so log 9 plus 0 is equal to log 9. Well, here, I don't know what they did. Somehow they dropped their log value here. I just noticed that. And so when you have log 9 equals log 9, guess what? That checks out. Now, here, minus 5 plus 1. Well, again, they forgot the log. I don't know why they're doing that. That's a minus 1. That's a minus 9. What do we know about log values? Those have to be positive. And so that's undefined. And so that's not a solution. So only 5 is going to be your solution and not the negative 5. Okay? All right, so let's look at another example. So for some types of airplanes with the weight x, the minimum runway length L is required to take off as modeled by 3 log x. So in this equation, L is measured in thousands of feet and x is measured in thousands of pounds. Estimate the weight of the heaviest airplane that can take off from a one-way 4,800 feet long. All right, so feet, that's 4,800. So let's use, instead of 4,800, let's use 4.8 because we have to be in thousands of feet. So we have to divide that by 1,000 to have our value here. Now we just solve. Well, we divide by 3. And now, again, what I'm going to suggest, which is not usually what they do, I'm going to take 10 to the 1.6 equals x. And they do this first, and then they get that value. And so now we plug that in our calculator, and we get 39.8. But what do we know about x? It's measured in thousands of pounds, so we have to multiply that by 1,000, and so it's going to be approximately 40,000 pounds. Okay, so again, does it see? It doesn't say what to round it to. So if you had 39,800 pounds, if I can write here, then that would be fine as well. So again, if it says round to the nearest 10,000, or if it just says what it would be, that would be kind of what it is. All right. So that's all I have for this section to get you started. Hopefully that helps.